Oh, good evening. It's Janet Hayward. And someone asked me tonight, what was the law of attraction? And I was going to respond and type it out tomorrow. And I thought, why not just do a Facebook Live on it? So the law of attraction is basically a philosophy. And the idea behind the philosophy is that like attracts like. And it is a way to explain, I don't know. What it talks about is how we attract things into our life. And the basic premise is that our thoughts attract to our lives the things that we think about. And it's not only what you think about, but how you're feeling when you think those thoughts. So if you're a person who worries all the time, you're sending out into the universe negative vibrations, these vibrations that are of a certain level. So we're always sending out vibrations. We are vibrational beings. So our thoughts send out vibrations. And in my perspective, the way I look at it, positive thoughts are a higher vibrational level and negative thoughts are a lower vibrational level. And so when we're thinking negative thoughts or when we're thinking positive thoughts, we're sending that out into the universe, and it is attracting to us things, life circumstances, thoughts that are the same as those. So if you're thinking complaining thoughts and you start complaining, and you know how easy it is to get down that rabbit hole. So you start thinking complaining thoughts, and that complaining thought perpetuates another complaining thought, perpetuates another complaining thought. And pretty soon you're just starting to feel more angry and irritated, and you view life, even your perspective on life is going to be more negative, because you're only looking for the bad. Now, the same thing if you're thinking positive thoughts, if you're thinking thoughts of joy, if you're thinking thoughts of appreciation, if you're thinking thoughts of gratitude, that's a higher energetic level, and you're going to attract to you more thoughts along those lines, and you're going to attract to you circumstances that are in line with those thoughts. Now, I have a great example that for me this evening. I am a physical therapist along with an online business. I'm a physical therapist, and I have to do these things called opens, and that's where I open the case. And one of the things I have to do is the medication profile. I hate the medication profile. People have like 20 and 30 medications, and it's, you have to tab, and you have to go to the next thing, and you have to pick it, and then you go to the next thing, and then you have to say what its purpose is, and it's just a very detailed form. Well, I would always get angry with it. I would always get irritated, and it was hard to do, and it was tough. Well, I changed my mind, okay? I decided to change my mind about this medication form. And so tonight I had to do one. And when those feelings of angst came up, when those feelings of irritation came up, I just let them go and just proceeded to do the medication form. Lo and behold, it was no big deal. And this was a person who had a lot of medications. It is not uncommon for people to have 20, 30 medications. And this is someone who had a lot of medications. But because I didn't allow my emotions and those thoughts to get all angsty and angry, and so I'm going no while I'm typing it. Instead, I maintained a calm attitude of, well, this just has to be done, and I've got to do it, I've got to get it done tonight because I'm going to see Tony Robbins tomorrow. And it changed it, okay? This is the power of thought. Now, the other thing, and I say this to the person I was talking to, because I had suggested, we were talking about, growing our business and what were our visions and how much money did we want to earn and what would we do with that money, and he had said, well, I asked him if he would move, and he said, no, I've got this land, I've got a lot of land, I'd probably just build a bigger house. And so I suggested that he and his wife might want to start planning the house. Okay, my husband and I are doing that. We're planning the house. It's energy efficient, it's got solar panels, it's got pocket doors, we're designing this house. It's a way of creation, a way of manifesting, as long as it's bringing joy. So I had suggested that and had suggested this idea of attracting it. So the other thing you can do is you can start visualizing the things that you want, and you put them out there, and it will attract to you those things. Now, the key to that is if you are affirming those things and you are creating, let's say, a house, and so you're visualizing it, if you're able to feel joy and excitement and yes, and this will be so beautiful, and oh my gosh, won't this be lovely, and you can see it and it's exciting, you'll attract it to you. If you're designing this house thinking, oh God, we're never going to get it. Oh, I would love this house. It would be so beautiful, but I can't imagine getting it. Oh, it is such a nice house. I love this house we're designing, and oh, I really don't like our house now, and I'm starting to resent my life. It's not going to work. It is not going to work. Because you are sending out into the universe the vibrations of the thoughts and emotions of the things that you don't want. And the universe is all about giving to us what we ask for. So if we are asking for things that we don't want, that is what we'll get. If we are asking for things that we do want, that is what we will get. And the key is your emotions. Paying attention to your emotions. If a thought makes you feel better, it is a thought that will attract to you the things that you want. If a thought makes you feel worse, makes you feel bad, makes you feel angry, resentful, irritated, jealous, you will attract to you the things that you don't want. Like attracts like. So if I send into the universe this negative emotion of anger and resentment and jealousy, I'm going to attract that. If I send into the universe gratitude, joy, hopefulness, love, rejoicing at the accomplishments of others, I will attract to me those things. So I had warned this gentleman that he may regret asking me this question, because the law of attraction is something I'm terribly fascinated with. And so I will probably be giving some other, thanks Jack, I will probably be giving some other talks on this, because, you know, I originally thought it was a New Age idea, and it's not. This is something that, I mean, I am finding little ebooks now on it that are in the early 1900s. So this is not a new idea. And one of the biggest ones that we know is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And then Esther Hicks is the other author that is rather popular right now. So there is a brief overview of the law of attraction. If this was helpful to you, please thumbs up, hearts, happy faces. And I will see you over the next few days. I hope to bring y'all with me on this this Unleash the Power Within that I'm going to with Tony Robbins. So I'm rather excited. And I get to leave at 3 o'clock in the morning. My plane leaves at 5, so I have to get up early. And the event officially starts on Thursday. So I will see y'all. You have a good night, and thank you very much. Bye.